What's the deal, gang? What's the deal? How is we on this lovely evening? How's everybody doing? What up? It's the dilly Leo. Damn. Something my eye. What goes on? What goes on? What's up, Zoom? Come on in. Welcome. Love to have you over for dinner. Awesome. Gather around, everybody. Another minute before I take attendance. All right. What you think about gas? I think the break is more important than the gas. Because I think it's really, can you slow down and stop when you need to? And take off again and be confident that you can? Versus just crashing and burning. That's about it. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about gas. Anyway. Two minutes here for this hourly closure. Our daily yesterday closed bearish. We have a 4-hour that closed bearish to close out the day. And we've opened up here on this hourly with a drop, right? Previous hourly had no bottom wick. This one just made a bottom wick. If it closes like this, there's a likelihood we continue down to the bottom of the range. Where's the bottom of the range, you might ask? I will show you the bottom of the range. Boom. Bottom of the range. We might head down there depending on how this hourly closes. All right, it's got a bottom wick. We're going to need to create a nice top wick to get down there. Where might that top wick be? Excuse me. No, I really got some, like a second before I hopped on, I was smoking a fat Jamaican joint outside, and as I was walking in, like something fucking got me. Not an ICT flag, but looks like a flag. Yeah, it's the Forex flag. You're rolling right now? Well, your ass needs to be at like Ultra, not at Asian. You need to go to like Ultra. Or Space. Go to Space. The fuck? I'm rolling right now. The fuck is you doing here? Word. So, alright, the alley's gonna close bearish here. Let's see if there's a possibility we get some top wick openings. But the smaller time frames kind of are holding support here. We haven't been able to come down, break this low. think if we can tap the hourly high here on the opening, the hourly high level here, which is 23.18, that would be lovely for a flip. Right now, it's hard to take anything here because the 30 held, the hourly didn't close below. You got like a whop here on the hourly. Not a wee whop, a whop. Go back 2 years on the streams, you'll understand. But yeah, we didn't break below anything. So for me to be confident in the fact that we're going to drive down, now I'd like a steep top wick. But I understand that we need to come down here. Whether we come up or come down, we need to come down further. Wow, look at this 4 hour. We got a whole hour for this 4 hour to drive. That's interesting. I just don't know if it will. Let's see. I want to see if this 5 minute can close below here. Chad, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go wash my eye. I keep fucking rubbing it. Yes. It's hurting. Hold on. Shit might be pink eye. It's contagious. You guys better be careful. I know what it is, gang. It's, you know what I did? I I was holding on to some butt, like as when I was rolling, I grabbed some butt. I typically don't do that, and then I touched my eye, and that's what it is. Cause I could feel it, like with this hand. I remember I was broke up some bud. That's why. It'll go away at some point. Yeah, my eye's chilling. High eye. It's a high eye. Ranges. The ranges, man. The ranges. Jeez. So this held, we should come up here. Looking like 2319 will be more of a decision area. See if we can close above or not. Let's see where it makes more sense. I think this makes sense. Actually, this might make more sense. Okay, yeah, we'll keep it there. 2318.3. How many accounts have you blown? Not many, but I've blown the same account many times over. But I didn't really blow many different accounts. So I don't know. It's like it's a terrible measure of a trader. How many accounts have you blown? Or the journey even. Because somebody can blow 100 accounts and spend $1,000. Somebody can blow 100 accounts and spend $10 million. This fucking eye, man. You know what the Russians do? They'll get some really like strong black tea, and then they'll dip a cotton swab or a cotton ball in there, and then just go like this, and the tea just fixes everything. You got clear eyes? For red eyes, use clear eyes. Moisturize. You guys remember that guy? Hold on a second, chat. I think the hardest part in phase 2, close to passing, start. Oh, I don't know about that. Resist the itch. True. How was New York session, Wix? We had a 50 pip banger in the clubhouse called 50 pips in the clubhouse. The difference is clear. Clear eyes. Why are you guys so funny? You guys are so funny. Hello from Egypt. Hello, my pyramid viewing camel riding friend. How are you? How much camel power your car got? Ben Stein, yeah. Clubhouse or Wix table? Wix table if you want to be there for the private session on Sunday. Bro, send him back to BC. Get me some Eddie. Whoa, no Diddy. What you do with Eddie is between you and Eddie. Well, and now the chat. Why you only stream Asian session? Because Donvo streams New York and I hop onto his stream. Weed store in West Palm Beach. So, all right, gang. We want to see a closure, ideally on a 30 or a 1 above 23.18, right? And then we want to get a confirmation that we're going to stay above there. So if we get the closure above that area, it might just drive through. There's a little range here. I don't know if you guys are able to see it. Oh, there's a little range in this area, right? From up to this wick. We're on the smaller time frame here. Even right there, there's a level here. Right, so there's a chance once you're up here, you might just drive through this little area. Now, the key will be here not to just close above. The key will be, ideally, we can close above here on a smaller time frame. But if the hourly closes above 23.1837, that's the 4-hour close, we will look for buys at that point. But the key here is we either close above this area or we come down, tap 23.12 in this hourly candle, and then if come right back and close bullish still on the hourly. If we're able to do that, that's the only way we're trading before the 4-hour close. But once we are up and above, oops, wrong color. Sorry, gang, wrong color. Once we're up and above this area, ideally on the hourly, the key will be to drop down to the smaller time frame and to see if the smaller time frames can hold this area as a support, because they're going to attempt to come back down in range. If this happens, we're going to look for a top wick, right? We're going to look for a top wick either in one candle or in the shape of a bullish candle that's going to respect this area, right? And then we're going to look for a top wick after that. Whoops. Top wick after that. And then we'll have sells on the flip here at this area, not on the celery play area where we used to have it. Not here. On the flip of the candle, depending on how they open up and close. Because you're going to need a bottom wick here. You're going to need a respect of this area. And you're going to need a top wick here. Now, if this happens, yeah, we'll come back down. We'll take the sells back into range. But if this bearish candle, instead of closing back in range, closes here on the smaller time frame, we are doing the same thing, just coming up. All right, I want to see a respect of 23.18 whether it's a support or resistance, I want to see it respected in any direction here. If this is only, all of this is only if we never come down to tap 23.12 here first, or 23.15 here first. If we never come down here, we're just closing up above here, all of this is what we need. We tap this area first, analysis changes a bit, and we'll go over that once that happens. For now, this is what we're doing. If we see this, like I said, we'll drop down to the small time frame. Once we're closed above here on the 30 or the hourly, we'll look for a small time frame, respect 2318.3 as a support, and then bottom wick, ideally this area right here. Flip is our entry to come up right here. On the higher time frame, this whole thing, on the higher time frame, this whole thing will just look like this, right? You'll create a bottom wick, and then this is what it'll look like on the higher time frame. Okay, so let's wait. First, we need to see an indication of volume, which is closures outside the range. This right here, 23.19, is for reference because I think on a smaller time frame we start coming up, we're going to need a closure above there on a 5 or 15 if the hourly doesn't close above there. There's a chance, right? You might come up here on a smaller time frame, but you're going to need this to fill in. Once it fills and you do that, then on the 5, 15, 30, you can look for that. Once the hourly closes above here, it doesn't matter if the 5, 15 closing, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I need medical ID probably only till the end of this year. Afterwards, it's going to be recreational. How do we join Wix's table? You got to go join through my YouTube. It's next to the subscribe button. There should be a join button. Guys, he needs new thumbnails, don't he? What you mean, Pro Pipper? Chat, do I need new thumbnails? Or they've been fucking on fire lately? Tell me, be honest, chat. On fire, right?
Boom shakalaka! He's on fire! Boom shakalaka! He's on fire!
Outside med det! Nå får du inside! Outside med det!
Oh, man. Who's see? Thumbnails are fired. True. Don't do that, you nerd. Man, I do whatever I want. You know why? It's my stream. Oh, man. Did it again. Yeah, Prophet Thunder I think was a good one too. Is Wix table in your IG bio? No. I don't really promote it. It's like if you find it, consider yourself lucky enough. Right? But other than that, I don't really promote it. Which reminds me, chat, by the way, go join Wix's table through my YouTube. The one I never promote. The one that you get access to the Zoom and the clubhouse and the private weekend sessions. That one, the one, yeah, that's the one I never promote. You guys should go all join it. I like saying it like that because people think I'm joking and it's fucking like we killing it. You're like, oh, I thought you was just joking. Nah, or we've been fucking killing it. Though we promo? What? Me? Who, me? I would never promote Wix's table here on YouTube that you could join through my YouTube channel. I would never do that. Me? Damn. Yeah, the one with the join button next to the subscribe button. Not for nothing though. I have a whole bunch of people in my DMs that are trying to find it, and I don't know why they're having trouble. It's probably because they live like somewhere. Sliding my yeah, a bunch of sliders in here. Could be a mobile issue. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got to do it on the desktop. But then again, I can do it on my mobile, right? So I don't know. Like if you constantly need to use a VPN, which actually honestly it's not a bad investment, but like by the way, any VPN companies on here, let me know. We can have your ad. Right? Right there. See that empty space? Hey. It's fucking hard to write with this mouth. Your ad here. So yeah, if you guys want to advertise right there, your ad here. Well, I can't join you just because you got to join Wix's table. Have to join on desktop, yeah, desktop. All right, coming up, coming up. hand to read that? Sure, I guess. .3 minutes. 3 minutes for this 30 close. Patience. Let's flex for now, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. See the biceps. It's good for you. Just do a little flex. You'll feel refreshed. Just flex like. Hello from Belgium. Hello. I've been to Belgium. It was really cool. It was a long time ago, but it was cool. Belgium was almost 30 years ago. 25. Which IG? Yo. Nightbot, can you drop the IG link? Right there. Follow the IG. Yeah. Chat, if you're new here, sub to the channel, turn on your notifications. It'll remind you when we're on so you don't forget. And also drop a like, because, you know, we tend to forget. And make sure you go follow the IG. Huh. I was busy today. I was quiet today on IG. Last 2 days. Thumbnail's funny as hell. There you go. Oh shit. We got a member. Welcome to Wix's table. Lim Boom Ping. Appreciate you. That's a nice Lambo. Lambo. You cashed 12 pips today? No, today we caught 50. This is from yesterday, from yesterday's Asian session. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Oh. 50 pips buy or sell. We had a nice entry. I was gonna go over it, but hold on. We're getting a 30 closure. Two, one. Respecting this little resistance. I'm just gonna fill it. Yeah, we had buys this morning. We had buys on the 9 a.m. candle on the 4-hour closure. Somewhere back here. I'll go back to. I want to see how we react here. Oh, excuse me. Buddy, straight frozen. Freeze! No, I'm just looking at something. Oof. The Heat got the lead, 62-61, third quarter. Can you turn music up a little? I can, but then you're not going to hear me. People always complain when I turn it up, and then you never hear me. How come we only got 6 likes? I see 16, but that's YouTube. YouTube's just glitching like that. Something is wrong with their thing. They'll fix it. A few months, a year, but they'll fix it. When did you start trading? 5 years ago. What job you do before, actually? Well, before this, I owned a few businesses. But before being an owner, like my last employment, like the last time I had a boss was for a bank. I used to do financial consulting for a savings bank in New York. But we're going back 17 years here. 16, 17 years ago. Where in New York? Brooklyn. In Brooklyn. You're upstate? Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. How long were you doing that? I did it for 3 years. Out of college? No. Not right out of college, no. I never graduated college. You didn't need a college degree. You needed your Series 6, Series 63, life, health. That's what you needed, and then you can, right? Coney Island, that's right. I never finished high school, but I ain't doing that bad. I mean, finishing school is not the greatest measure of potential. Environment has a lot to do with it, right? Some people just don't perform in a school setting. They need different kind of environment. I've closed bullish, but this 15 is gonna flip. This 30. Kind of gone nowhere yet. What do you see in this chart? I see a lack of volume. can drop some analysis on gold. Just rewind. The whole beginning of the stream has been analysis. We've broken down what we're looking for. Just rewind a little. You'll just, when you're rewinding, you can see me drawing candles, and that's probably where the analysis was. But for now, it's nothing. I'm waiting for a closure outside the range here to indicate some volume, and then we can start paying attention. Fuck the taxes in New York. And California. You sound like Barry White. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, baby. How many tax in New York? Many tax in New York. What price would you advise for a buy stop? This isn't how trading works. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Like if you're just getting, if you're thinking trading as you hop on the charts and wherever they are, you can just decide buy or sell just because you hopped on the charts. That's how most think. You know what? That's interesting. You don't realize it, but that's how you, like, I didn't think like that when I started, but you don't realize how you fall into that trap really quickly of I'm on the charts. That means I can buy or sell somewhere here. I just got to figure out if it's buy or sell right now from here, from this point right here, from this price where we are right now. I got to figure out if it's buy or sell. Like, no, it's not like, oh, I'm on the chart so I can buy or sell here and, like, you know, and be right. Like, yeah, you can, but like you can't, like, you need to have an edge to be profitable. And you're not getting any closer to finding your edge with that thought process. Cheese guys come down. And no one is like, we're being honest. No one's really ganging up on you. Like, they're pretty far. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the people are not even on the same continent as you are. But everybody just wants to help, right? Everybody's so eager to help. That's why they're all answering. How do I know where to put my stop loss when I take your trades? Well, if you're trading based on my analysis, but managing risk based on yours, it will never work. The reason I'll place a trade in a specific spot is because I know where stops will be, and I'll be, you know, I'll be at peace with it. I'll come to terms with it. It's not your analysis, my risk management, or vice versa. My analysis, your risk management. No. My trade idea needs to be, you know, goes along with my risk management. If you have your risk management, then use it on your idea. Why we should copy you? You shouldn't. I'm a random dude on the YouTube. It would be pretty dumb for you to just blindly come in here and copy me, right? But if you've been here for a few months, last year, or the last few years that we've been streaming, then you wouldn't even ask that question. You would be saying, yo, you guys need to copy him. But blindly copying a random on the internet, man. So stoned. Oh, there was somebody else in here that was just rolling their face off. You guys should meet up. Let us know how it goes. Kind of like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but like wherever you meet up. Fear and Loathing at the Motel 6. Worst trip? Best Western. 30 close below, top wick to fill, just coming up here. This is kind of irrelevant here. Yeah, Eddie with the quick maths. Nice. Moving on up. Oh man. Think it's a good idea to make an app that allows you to meet up with weed smokers in your area? Yeah, it wouldn't be around too long. It was just like first cop that gets into the app. Oh yeah? Fellas, everybody getting their fucking detectives. You're getting your detective, you're getting your sergeant tonight. Let's go. We're going to make like 80 arrests. Who trying to make captain? Yeah, I better not join. Blaze me. Crazy. Whoever comes up with it, I wouldn't trust them. If that app comes out, it's definitely made by your local police department. Oh, we went over this. No top wick. Went to avoid it. It's situational. You got to break through a couple of ranges. I got to see volume on the smaller time frame and the higher time frame. I got to see a previous smaller time frame candle. Like let's say, all right, I got to see a higher time frame candle. Let's say we see this, right? Let's say we see something like this. That's a fucking massive push here. But let's say we break below the range. You'll see a lot of this in New York. Typically, within this area, if you're looking, if you're looking for a no wick entry, just off the rip, you don't need a top wick. Typically in this area, you'll have a smaller time frame that'll, whether it's 15 to 30, that'll close like this, or like this. Like if you have this wick on a previous candle, tap in the previous higher time frame resistance, but on a smaller time frame, right? If you've grabbed those, there's a chance you don't need to make this wick again. Next candle, if you close like this on a 4-hour, and this is your final, like let's say 5-minute or the 15-minute candle, and you just blew through 2 ranges, highly likely you're gonna need to tap. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring this up so it's gonna look weird, but highly likely you're gonna need to tap the next support. So let's do this, right? Let's say blue through two ranges. You're going to need to tap the next support. And if you're going to need to tap the next support, right? If you're over here, and let's say this was like this. Sorry. Before you can already see that before the market makes a decision here, it's going to have to come down, whether it comes up or comes down, right? Because you'll never see a candle just, not never, but probability wise, it's highly unlikely. You'll never see it just come back up right here. You'll typically, if it's going to come back up after a massive push down like that through two ranges, now you have top wicks also on the smaller time frame rejecting and coming down. Typically, you'll break the low of the previous candle. And it would also make sense because there's a support there to bounce off of, right? So you're like, all right, we got to get down there for it to do anything. The market also takes time, right? So it'll come down, it'll come up, it'll do all this, right? Before it actually starts to turn around. Like, it doesn't just come up or come down. Higher time frame moves, they take a while to turn around. And if this is your closure on an hourly or a 4 hour, it's going to take quite a few 5-minute candles to turn back around. And that turnaround happens in the shape of this bottom wick, right? What's a wick? It's a range. So you're creating a range. You're coming down slowly, you're coming up slowly, but right, this wick is a range. So you have to interpret that wick on a smaller time frame. And if you understand that you're going to have to break this low, you got to see how much room you have to come down here. If you understand you have the next support you need to tap before you turn around anyway, whether you come up or down, because the candle might open with a top wick, and that's where you manage risk. You're like, fuck, it's driving again. But you got to understand that it's going to have to tap this area before it does anything, right? Unless you're getting that closure like this, then all right, then you've broken structure. Then that's a really good area to take that sell off the rip with all these things and all that, all those things falling in line. You can just take it off the rip, and a lot of the times the candle will do this. It'll come down there. Oh, whoops. Yep. It'll come down there, and then it'll start kind of slowing down a little bit below. And you want to be part of this drive, right? The initial drive, you don't want to miss it. And if you understand that, you also have to be okay with the drawdown. Understanding, yeah, there's a chance it pulls up, but the probability of it tapping or breaking this previous low is still on your side, no matter how much drawdown you see. So you might be seeing negative, right, in money wise, but that doesn't mean you're behind in the trade. Probability wise, you are still ahead here in that whole area. Even if the market is doing this, probability wise, you guys start to panic because this is a massive range. This is what, 80, 90 pips. But probability wise, until you're closed back up above here, and until the next candle attempts to come down, and until it flips back up, you're ahead. You're ahead probability-wise. You're still likelier to come back down here. At this point, when you're here, you're likelier to come back down here than you are to come up here. You have to understand that. If you understand that, you'll end up holding the positions, the winner positions longer, and you'll end up cutting the losers short. Likelier, yes, probability. Probability is on your side. No matter how much drawdown you're seeing in that pullback, probability is on your side to tap that next support before ever making its way up. You'll need to reject. Understand? And that's what makes gold so technical. It'll create a range, right? Create resistance, create support, and it'll fill it. So whenever you make those lows, right, it's very good at filling those ranges. That's what it does. You have to understand in a smaller time frame. You're printing a range. What if you don't have money to hold the drawdown? You're not making sense. Your logic is flawed on that question. What do you mean? If you're risking relative to your account, or you're risking your account relative to my balance, what are you doing? This is one of those my analysis, your risk management type situations. What is this, like my balance, your lot size? Like, how the fuck? Be sensible. I meant when we would take a wick entry and when you would avoid, for example, this 30-minute. This morning we had a wick entry. We had the wickest of wick entries this morning. Where was our position this morning, chat? How much time? We got 10 minutes to the 4-hour close? All right, let's go over it. This morning, 9 a.m. Let's go to 9 a.m. Let's go to the 5-minute. This morning. Right here. 9. Right here. So I had a level also. Yeah, right there. Let's draw that up. Where was it? Right here. So when we go to 9 a.m., let's go right here. Where's my play button? Wait, how do I do this, chat? Where's the play button? Am I bugging? Oh, yeah. So, 9 a.m. closure. 8:55. Boom. That's our... Wait. Why the fuck is it moving so fast? All right, let's stop it here. Let's go to the hourly here. Shoot. That moved too quick. Can I go back? All right, fuck it. Let's just do this. Let's just do it without that. We had a closure above the range, right? On the hourly. So the hourly, this red candle is already way past. Let me get rid of it. I don't like how this looks because it throws you off. All right, so we go to 5. Let's go to right here. Boom. Okay. This is our 9 a.m. As soon as 9 a.m. opened, I sent. When did I send this in the clubhouse? That we're gonna take a bottom wick position. Damn, you guys talk too much in the clubhouse. I just want to see if this is the candidate. We're right at 9 a.m. I was going to go down to the 1 minute here. But anyway, all right. We closed above on the 4-hour. We closed above on the hourly right here. This was the closure. This is the 4-hour closure. Now you see how the last minute of or the last 5-minute candle of this 4-hour came down and grabbed orders here. Remember what I just said? You can take that buy off the rip. The problem is there is no wick. So I'm still bullish. The hourly just pushed. The 4-hour just pushed like this. If you look at the 4-hour, it's a massive candle, right? It pushed. It closed above our range. Right there. This was the 4-hour right there. Right? But the thing is, it closed with no top wick. So I can't take that off the rip. The only time I can take that is if we create a steeper bottom wick. So you're thinking, all right, we closed above. We created a bottom wick on a smaller time frame here. right? We came down, we created a bottom wick on a smaller time frame right here, this green wick. So you're thinking, oh, once the 4-hour opens, this wick wasn't enough to drive price. Where is the next area of support that we can tap that will drive price? And then you go to the 30, and it was this level right here where I took it off of right there, which was the next area of support below the wick that we had to close out. So if you go to the 5-minute, you see it's the next support right here below this previous wick. So we said on the dot, that's what we're going to look for entry. It was 20.5, I believe I said. And the first thing the candle did was come down. So I said, if once we tap 20.5, which was that area I just pointed to across, right, on the 30, right here. Once we tap that, we're going to take a buy, understanding that we're going to have to break the high. And if we don't break the high and we take, and the price keeps coming down, look, it's breaking back below this area, right? So if we take a buy below that area, highly likely that if we're wrong and it does start printing a bearish closure, right? If it does start doing that, highly likely for it to drive, it's going to come up and grab orders at the previous resistance, establish this as resistance, and will come down. So this gives us a perfect opportunity to manage risk. If we get an entry here and the candle, once it sees that first initial bounce off this area, comes up and still continues down, we'll have a chance to get out right here at this top wick. So managing risk-wise, it made sense, and the entry made sense based on the wicks that we've already made on the 5-minute to close out the 4-hour, and then the 5-minute to open up the 4-hour. It's just a lot. It's a lot of advanced concepts. It wasn't like I would never take it on a 2 years ago we would never take it. So our entry, right, this was our trade right here. This bottom wick to this top right here. That was the trade. And we got the very bottom of the wick here. I closed at 50, went up 54, I think. Yeah, 54 on the dot. I closed at 50. 906 trade was done. 903 we entered. Yeah, look at that. Bottom, top. Oh, come in. We need to flip the tape. There we go. Perfect. We have 40 seconds here for the 4-hour close. $20. So it's closing above the hourly, right, that we drew initially, right? Because initially we had the hourly like, oh, it's closing above this too. But initially we had it like this. Interesting. Ooh, what an opening too. Hold on, chat. Did it close above? It did not. Yeah, the 4-hour level. It did not. It's respecting it. So here's the thing. It did close bullish. Got a small top wick, but it's respecting this area. chances are if it comes up and breaks the highs, I don't know how steep this top wick will be, but it'll come back down. If it doesn't come back down and we end up getting closures, I think it'll be closures above 2321.7 for us to look for any buys. For now, we're just printing side by side. We closed above the most recent, right? We can come down here. I think if we tap 2318.305 right here, this area, see the previous strong support, we might see some bounce, but I don't know if we're going to drive up once we get closures above. You see, there we go, that bounce, the initial tap of that strong support. So it doesn't mean the candle will flip bullish and drive. It can, but look at that nice wick entry there too, 5 pips. But you know you're going to see some play. So it might come back up here and just drive back down, drive through, but the initial tap of this strong support here, you see, you're seeing play here. That, very similar to this morning's position, except this morning's position, we had an obvious closure above the range, right? This morning, we would have looked at it like this. Boom. Right? Right now, I can't because the 4 hour, I'm like the 4 hour level here. So we're going to need some smaller time frame closures above. Knock, knock. My bad. Welcome to the Zoom. Hey, Crystal Jones. Welcome to the Flex Room. Yeah, boy. What a W. You and like 3 other people, I think, are in the Flex Room. Flex Rooms. It's the VIP. Why don't Wix table members get access to the Discord? You do. You just got to DM me. It's not an automatic system where Discord picks it up from YouTube. You got to DM me in the Discord your YouTube name. All you got to do is just type out your YouTube name and send it to me in the Discord, and I'll add you. As long as you're a member of Wix's table or the Clubhouse or the Flex Room, I'll add you. What does the Flex Room do? Nothing. It shows your support for me. You don't get any extra benefits over Wix's table. You get to stun on people. You just flex. You do it because you can, right? Because you want to support and because you can. That's it. It's the only reason to get the Flex Room. The best thing to join was Wix's table because you'll get the Sunday private sessions, where the Sunday unfiltered, where we just open up our cams, our mics, everybody chills, and we trade. How long did it take you to be profitable? Roughly 3 years, I'd say 2.5, 3 years. 2 years to be consistent, 3 years to be profitable. That's how I'll put it. Are you telling me that to become profitable, I need the Flex Room? No, I'm telling you that once you're profitable, you won't need it. Damn, that shit sounded like the scene from The Matrix. So you're telling me I can dodge bullets? No, Neo. I'm telling you that when you're ready, you won't have to. These questions, man. Wow, I feel good. up to you to drink it. Yeah, I'm no guru. I'm more of a guide, right? Than a guru. I'll point you in the right direction. I'm just very like I'm like Google Maps type of guy. Like I'll know the exact way to get there, right? But it's up to you to make the journey. You'll have to go on there, go there on your own. I'll just guide you. Okay, gotcha, Tony. Everyone has their own challenges and endowments. Oh, I'm fucking blessed. I'm endowed. Eddie's gonna start taking 10% per pip cut in the clubhouse channel. All right, split it with the house, Eddie. Heat about to steal one in Boston. They're only up 7, and there's 8 minutes to go. Nah. They ain't about to steal nothing until we're 30 seconds to go and we're up double digits. If we're up double digits under a minute, I'll say all right. Until then, Boston can hit 3 threes in about 30 seconds, easy. I was just closing my eyes and that I feel good woke me up. I'm about to wake you up again. Nah, I'm not gonna do that too. Yes, I am. Even if we take this game, I don't have high hopes. Oh, man. If I have hopes, they're always high. Trust me. But I don't have any hope for the Heat this year. Hey, Sativa FX, welcome to Wix's table. You guys, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of DMs. I already feel it. You're gonna need an assistant soon. I need one. I need me a Reza. I have so much shit I need done, but like, I need a Reza. The thing is, there's nobody. Like, the good thing, like with Don and Reza, like they both live in Toronto, and Reza's part of the community. He understands like if Don says like, yo, I need this, like even the lingo, it's understandable. Me, if I get like somebody to help me, an assistant, and it's not somebody that's part of the community, it's like, yo, like do this and make sure you throw the celery in, and it's like, what? And they got to be local to me also. It's got to be somebody that's like within somebody I can meet up with, right? And tell them what I need. But I do feel like I need one. Thought Reza's from Dubai. No, Reza's from the 6. He's from Toronto, and so is Don. So like right, like when he manages anything that Don needs to have, or like any part of the business, like there's things I don't want to even be involved in. I just need to be like, look, all right, this needs to get done, that needs to get done, and like this is how we're gonna do it. I'm the creative director, and you just gotta execute. But how you find me on Discord now? You're gonna have to DM me your YouTube name. So DM me with the words Sativa FX. And I'll do it after the stream. Well, that didn't go anywhere. Yet. There's so much clean range to the left here. This is absolutely nuts on the higher time. Like, this might break the low and just plummet. We just don't have a top wick. The 5 does. It's actually not bad here. I don't know how it printed first. Might have broke the lows first. But where I can DM you? Discord. Find me in the Devious server. I mean, how can you not find me? It's Wix 9. That's my tag. That's my everything. See this? Now I see what you mean by this candle might not push. I mean, we closed above the most recent range, but the overall on the higher time frame, you see that? Not really. So we might not get this push up. Might find a resistance. Yeah, Wix, does this prop firm really pay back? Is there anyone who's ever... What prop firm? I don't know what you're talking about. This prop firm. Does this prop firm? Which one? Actually, it doesn't even matter which one. I have no idea if any of them do. I gotta say this though, FTMO paid me. FTMO paid me. So that's the only one I can say yeah. But that was a long time. That was like 2 years ago. And no, that's not where I built my funds. I was doing a little I still have footage, like I filmed it, but I'm not gonna put it out. I was just doing a little video of how to get started with funding to growing your own account. So I got too many videos of everything. I got so much footage over the last 2 years. Just like I have hours of footage that can be cut up into like a couple of movies and into like a few hundred shorts. I have hours and hours of just 10-second clips, 3-minute clips, 1-minute clip, like just a lot of footage. Just need a really good editor. I need a team of people I can work with, right? But I have a lot of shit going on right now. So I haven't been as proactive about that as I should be. Cheerio. 15 closed here. No top, no bottom. What the fuck is that noise? Yo, what the fuck? Where's this noise coming from? Is that Discord? Why is Discord making noise right now? Yo. Hold on. Let me go to Discord. Oh, yo, I clicked on a channel in Discord. That's what it was. My bad. And it disconnected my Zoom. Yo, muted in the Zoom. I'm not in the Zoom. Damn. And we're back. I don't know where it comes. I'm muted? Wait, hold on. Zoom, you hear me now? All right, cool. This shit needs to make up its mind. Let's go for sell. You first. Let me know how it goes. Send me a screenshot. Have you ever tried swing trading? I mean, like, if I see a swing, I'll take it. I don't really label it as anything. It's just another trade, but it's just based on a different setup, different time frame. I've taken swing trades. I've had scalps turned into swings, but like, that's just for the sake of lingo. Overall, it's just I seen my position, took a trade, and just some trades work out faster, some trades take longer. Does US Powerball sell to overseas people? Yes. If you're in the United States and you're like a visitor, you can buy a Powerball and you can win, and all your winnings will be taxed based on the jurisdiction that you live in. Okay? No music? There's music. Close to 600 people. Big stream? No, this isn't a big stream for us. Big stream for us would be like 1,500 because we averaged 900 to 1,000 all of Q4 last year. How do I evade taxes? You got to do a little fraud on the side. Question is, why are you evading taxes? Huh, Ike? If that's your real name, Ike. We don't practice tax avoidance. No, we practice tax advantage. Tax advantages. I knew it wasn't your real name. Trying to hide from the tax man using a fake ID here. Who are you? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Seven minutes here for the 30. How to invest Forex profits? Invest them in shit that you like, you enjoy. If it comes to business wise or like tangible things, like physical tangible things, right? But if you're like investing in a business, make sure in an industry you like, right? Because if you're making money in Forex, the rest is about like having fun or enjoying your life, right? So do shit you like with the profits you make here. Or get involved in the industries that you'd want to, not that you have to because you need to make money. You're already making money here, right? So then get involved in shit that you actually want to do. Even if it's not as profitable as other shit, who cares? You're already, you're already profitable here. State taxes move to Florida. Federal taxes get creative with what you consider. I mean, I can just tell you from personal experience, you're going to pay whatever profits you have if you're in the US, whatever profits you're taking out, you're going to get taxed. 40% of your profits are going to get taxed as short-term capital gains, and 60% of your profits will get taxed as long-term capital gains. And that's it. That's how you get taxed on profits in the US. Hold on a second, chat. Yes, sir, Syed. I get a lot of those. I get a lot of those comments. I think I'm not gonna. Ike, we already know about you. We know about. We get you. Need to leave the country, get Trump in office? Yeah, I mean, just don't make any withdrawals till we have a change of president. We need a new prezi. Once we got a new prezi, that's it. The first mean tweet you see, ask your broker for a withdrawal. In the Netherlands, it's 1.7. Netherlands sounds like not a real place. The Netherlands. Sounds like Outworld from Mortal Kombat. Oh, hold on a second. Kids are in here. I think I told you guys before. Like they have tomorrow is a take your kid to work day, so they want me to take him to work. And like I was like, what are you gonna tell your teacher that you woke up early to watch me sit, trade, and make X-rated jokes with a bunch of people on the internet that I don't know? How are you going to explain that one to your teacher? She's like, no, I'm just going to show her your channel. Like, don't be pulling up my channel in class. Damn, that's a nice dog, Javier. What is that? What dog is that behind you? Yeah, Javier. Yeah, you. Cavalier Poodle? That shit look big as fuck. A poodle? I seen it standing up just now. That shit was taller than you. Damn, what kind of Chernobyl poodle you got, bro? Damn. You brought that motherfucker back from Fukushima. Great Dane poodle type shit. Yeah, he looked big as fuck for a second. Damn. He's too big to be a poodle. Does he know he's a poodle? Yeah, you guys can unmute. What up, Santos? How are you?
Bro, the camera adds 20 pounds, remember?
Yeah, whatever, bro. You just had a burger, a pizza. I know you.
Nah, he needs a haircut. He only weighs like 18 pounds. He's just mad fluffy.
Little fluff ball. Santos, are those curtains? Those are curtains behind you, right? I swear, this shit looks like you're in a bathroom. You're in a bathtub.
No, it's a curtain, bro.
Yeah, but the curtain, is it a bath curtain? Like, what's behind it? Is it a wall? Is it a toilet behind there? Or is it another room? What's behind the curtains? It's a shower, right?
What's the deal?
What up, Eddie? Wait, why did you unmute? You don't have to. Here.
Is my how I say is a street.
Wait, where are you from?
Portugal.
Portugal. Oh, that's right. Sweet. Dope.
Balcony. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, it's a balcony. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I swear, I thought you was on like the toilet, and behind there it's the shower. No, we're printing side by side here, gang. Last 30 of this hourly. Look, we made this bottom wick. We try to break the highs, still never. Well, we broke the highs and still closed back in range. So we're still waiting. The funny thing is, it kind of respected this area right here, right? So it can still come up, but I'd want to see some closures above here.
I was gonna take a sell off that area earlier, and then when I went to press sell, I wasn't logged into my broker, and by the time I logged in, it ran.
It's a rookie mistake.
Apex logs you out like once or twice a day. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does. Which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So you just forget to log in, or it's a long ass process to log in?
I have my password saved, so I just have to click
just
the little
log in.
password box. Yeah, but like
yeah.
within that 1 second.
But you don't know if they logged you out until you actually attempt the position?
Right, when you have your what's that, the one-click trading, how it pops up and you get your one, it usually says my 5 contracts, but this time it said like 1.0, and that's how I noticed that it wasn't logged in.
Oh, it was just at the generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it won't show you unless you like pull up the trading panel at the bottom.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It has like the little green dot next to the trading panel if you're logged in.
Yeah. Next to it says trade evade, a little green dot. I'll notice. Yeah, I never noticed that.
It's got to be the first thing you look at.
Next time. I'm gonna put that in my notes as a rule now. Make sure you're logged in.
Trading plan. Log in. Step 1, log in.
Step 1, log in.
Step 2, roll a fat Jamaican joint.
Step 2.
Step 2, step 2, step 2. It's our song. It's our volume song. Unfortunately, I haven't seen much volume here tonight. Maybe if we play it, maybe it'll be a good omen. Let's go. Get us out of this range. Breakout. Breakout. Miami won. Yo, lost. Miami won. In Boston. Boston. to go to the curtains bathroom smoke? Yeah, you can go smoke. Till we close above, you can do whatever you want. We always turn this song down, but never gets enough credit. It's a good song too, but we always turn it down after that one. Yeah. You the man. Nah, you the man. This chart needs to do something. It's been a while since our session was just this, just like range, like just side by side. Somebody gotta go eat dinner. And somebody gotta call Ryan.
Very excited, but I need to return.
Does she know she's talking to 600 other people?
No.
Don't tell her. Oh man, that's funny.
I'm gonna go mute real quick.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. McDonald's on you. Whatever. Let's do it. Finally? Will we finally break out? Is this the candle? Are you the one? Are you the one? Are you the one? I'm gonna send this candle to Maury. You are not the breakout candle. So no gold, you silly goose. No top wick, really? It's gonna come up without it. Bum wait. We're gonna need this candle to create that top wick, and then come back down, and then re-break the high. I have this really stretched out. This is a small range. This is 20 pips here. Support to resist. This whole thing is, yeah, like 24 pips. 20. You are not the breakout candle. Word. Have the candle running around wild on stream. I told you. I told you. All right, so see, this is what we just spoke about. We want this to create a top wick and come back down, and then we want to re-break the highs. Thing is, this isn't enough far down for me to take a re-break of the high. Crazy? No, I just enjoy what I do. Yeah, maybe that would be enough, but for 11 pips to fill the range, no. Let's wait 2 minutes here for this 15 closure. Maybe it pulls back, gives us a nice top wick. Come back down on the next candle, break the previous 5, right? Because we just created a bottom wick. Look for a support, maybe around, see this area, the next support below where we've already created this bottom wick. Hold on. Zoom's getting pretty crowded. So we've created a bottom wick here. If we can break that and the next support is roughly this area, then I wouldn't mind if we get this 15 closure wherever it is, and the next top wick or the next bottom wick comes down to that area, right? If we're able to do this, then we'll take these positions. Right, roughly to this area. But we'll take the positions roughly to here from this area. Call it? No. We got 1 minute for this 15 close. Let's see if we get that bottom wick. I believe we should, based on the fact that we didn't drive through here. See, we pulled back and we're leaving a top wick. This bit of range, which tells me we should pull back also, because the total range will be top of this wick and the bottom of the next candle wick, wherever that happens to be. That's your range. All right, and people say you want to take the buys the bottom of the range. Maybe we'll be able to do that. But we have to close above 30 seconds here. I want to make sure this is the level. $15 closing above, clearly, yeah. Uh-oh, that bottom wick that we were asking for. Did it tap? I don't know if it tapped, but if it breaks the high here, I'll take a buy. So I just took a buy here, chat. We might come back down and create a steeper bottom wick, but the way we've closed here, I would expect us to, it's either missed the trade. Hold on, I'll put this right where my entry is. 19.77 right there, 19.77. That's my entry for buy. I'm going to look for us to fill the wick. That's our advantage point, this wick fill. Roughly 10 pips, 9.5 pips. Once we fill that wick, I'll go break even. I'm looking for us to, before we come up or down, to come up and fill the wick. And we've created a bottom wick initially, right? We might create a steeper one, but overall, we should re-break the highs here before making a decision. That's the position. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do the TP stops, all that. Target. Look to fill the next range. Stops at the moment. At the moment. At the moment. They'll probably change. But at the moment, that's my stops. This wick. That's when it stops making sense. And if we end up closing back down below range, we'd have to come up and grab a top wick, and we would have to do it on the higher time frame. So I would look for the hourly. If we're to come up or down, I would look for the hourly to re-break the high before making that decision. Okay. Capiche? Wait for the pullback and then join the wave. Well, there's a couple of ways of looking at it. Understanding that we should break that high or fill that wick. I just didn't want to risk not being in that position, right? Because it could have drove up initially, right? It could drive up later. It might not come up at all, but over here, it's you know, I'm okay with the drawdown, understanding that a steeper level needs to get tapped. Will it? It might not happen now, right? We might actually come down, grab a steeper bottom wick, and then it happens. Or we'll get closures below, and then we'll start looking at either pineapples or managing risk. Depends on what makes more sense. But it did exactly what we needed it to do. So if I don't act on what I needed to do, it would, like, you know, it wouldn't make sense. Closed above, gave us the bottom wick, and it flipped bullish. Right? If I wasn't in on that push, I would be in here right now. Right? Yeah, we would have been in here right now on the flip. So it would have been the same position because we've tapped that area. Remember the area that I pointed to across the board here? Right here. I drew it out. We're going to look for this tap of the support. It came down and grabbed it. It grabbed more, but that's... I just can't take that bottom wick entry because the 4 hour, it wasn't a 4 hour closure there, it was only an hour. My exit's your entry? Whoa, no diddy. Make sure nobody's entering where you have an exit, bro. Don't let that happen. So 15 created that bottom wick where we wanted and flipped. Five close here. Oh yeah, 5 close, no top wick. Interesting. Yeah, you might see some play here. It's a tough closure for the 5. But the 15's got a bottom wick, right? need one more push. A rebreak of the highs should fill the wick. The entry was the FVG. What's the FVG? Free value given? Free value and game. Free value gang. Well, it's struggling for now. Might come back down in range here. We don't know. Chat, once this candle rebreaks its own high, I'm going to go break even. It's going to be like 5-6 pips in profit, but if it rebreaks its own high, it'll have no business coming back down. If it doesn't rebreak its own high and it comes back down now, then we're going to, well, I'm going to wait. $23.22 makes me scared. Yeah, I mean, sure. Don't be scared. I mean, you act on your positions. Sometimes they play out, sometimes they don't. But you gotta, you gotta take advantage of what you were doing. Yeah, I don't like the way this rejected, but you know what I mean? I gotta act according to the parameters, so. Need more drawdown to push up. I mean, if we see drawdown, it's fine, right? You have to understand, like, you have to have a plan. You don't have to understand it. You just have to have a plan as you get in here. As long as you have a plan, you know what you're gonna do in different situations, then fine. But this looks like it should push down back in range with that reflip, right? Wait 4 hour curls and respecting support makes a difference. Yes, it makes a difference, but so does everything else that's happened after makes a difference. It closed respecting. I understand it doesn't have much of a top wick. It doesn't have much of a bottom wick. There's a chance it could drive down because this is clean range when it does that, so it can drive down here, right? But then why did it close above respecting? If we start getting closures below, right, and top wick attempts to come up here and it fails and we start coming down, I'll look to manage risk. But if it all starts just dropping in one candle, I have to wait for that closure, right? I have to wait for these closures back in range, and it can, right? This is a strong 30 rejection. You expect it to fill the wick because that's your advantage point, but if it doesn't, like, you still have to act on the data that the market's going to print for you. And once after the 4 hour close, we already received the wick that we wanted, right? This is the wick that you want. Got 4 minutes here on the hourly close. The hourly might end up respecting, right? I never trade gold during Asia. Y'all get volume for these moves? So, yeah, okay. If you're new here, Asian historically has less volume than the other sessions, but we still find our share of trades, right? We absolutely still find our share of trades. This will be key here. The hourly closure is really key here. Okay, I'm down 3 pips here. I'm gonna close and wait for this hourly. I don't want this to open up. I just close. I'm telling you right now, I closed. Closed because I want to see how the hourly opens up. I closed at minus 3 pips there. Minus 3.7. What I'm gonna do here, I'm waiting on this to open up because we can still re-break the highs, but I want to see how this closes. I want to see, you see the hourly's closed below, so this can re-break the highs. I'm fine with it. What I want to see is the actual closure now because the hourly ended up closing back in range. And what can happen here, this can be a top wick for this to break down. You see this candle right here? It closed right below. So you could get this top wick to 23.19 and flip right back down. As it's kind of doing right now. So you want this closure back above. It just, here's the thing, the gold had a chance to drive straight down here without making a top wick after closing back in range, right? And because there's a chance it could have plummeted straight down, I'd rather take my 3 pip loss and wait and make sure that it's going to go up. It should, because right now it's not our position. Our position should have ran right here, that 6-7 pips that we saw. I'm gonna be here for the first 15. I want to see how this 15 plays out. If we're able to close, maybe we will. Maybe we will. All right, this isn't just because you see it driving up here means nothing. There's a high likelihood that this can flip bearish here because we did close back in range, right? This means nothing just because the candle's driving. Once again, it attempted to drive earlier and didn't, right? You need another closure because you closed back in range respecting. And we've had plenty of times. We close out a position, 10 minutes later it runs, 5 minutes later it runs. But there's a reason we close out. There's a reason. There's plenty of times where I've closed out a position knowing that look at this. Fucking, see, you're seeing that initial rejection at this area. When it taps a higher time frame resistance, it'll show a reaction. It doesn't mean that it'll flip the other way, but it'll show a reaction. That was the reaction there. Now, was that enough to flip, or we end up closing bullish? We end up closing bullish, we'll look for the same buys, right? To fill the range up. Sorry, I know by the time I say it, by the time it comes across YouTube, by the time you guys act on it, you could have been down 5 pips. You could have been up. Some people probably got a better exit than me. At completely break even, right? Not just minus spread. But oh, there goes. There's the rebreak. One minute, 90 seconds here for the 5. So the idea is correct, but you need your candles to print. Anybody hold? Anybody not close? $0.40 profit. Hey, that was like a minus $1,000 break even for me. Yeah, so like in the grand scheme of things, that little area here is just as long as you're understanding why. I know it's annoying seeing it run, but it happens to me all the time. I see things run, but it's just not my position. I can't enter here, can't realistically say, oh, it would be smart to stay in the position after that closure. It just wouldn't. It gave you a chance to get out after respecting resistance, which is technically not too smart to stay in there. Another one coming? Always, yeah. -4, yeah, I had minus 3.5, 3.8 pips. 3.7. If you can't hold, wait for the new hour. It just didn't make sense to hold it. It's a long time, right? You have 9 minutes here. If this was a closure right now, we might be in off the rip. Like if this is how, if it closed right now, right, we might be off the rip, but it's not. You have another 10 minutes. Might come back down in range, might come up. But what you didn't want is to tap this area, 23.19.9, and reject straight down. And there's a high likelihood of that happening. Yeah, I'm going to be here only for this 15 close. I want to see how this 15 closes. Other than that, that's going to be our only trade. That'd be, this morning was enough. And I know the feeling, like somebody was like, damn, fuck, why did I close that? That's just, but long term, long term, you're going to be ahead because majority of the times, once you get a closure back in range, it's you know, you're going to be happy when the market gives you a chance to get out because you're in the wrong direction here most of the time. Not the best of trade. No, it's just our position. Something we do all the time. This should flip bearish, yo. It shouldn't. It should come up to the 4-hour ranges, right? What's the 4-hour range here? Right, you'd expect it to fill the range. Yeah, 20. I think by the end of the night, 23:30 is doable, or by morning time, by New York. It's a good defensive play. There's no defensive or offensive plays. There's just I exited the market because our position didn't run and the market gave us a chance to exit. Just simplest terms possible. Our position didn't run that when we wanted to run, and when it pulled back, we have, you know, ways to mitigate risk, manage positions. If it doesn't run, we know what we're going to look for. If it flips bearish, but it didn't do what we wanted to. Closed back in range. Market gave us a chance to get out. There's no way you want to be in that position at that moment. Now it looks like, oh yeah, great, it ran. But at that moment, that's not a position you want to be in. That's not your ideal setup. Right? There's plenty of times where the market doesn't set up the way you want and it runs, right? But if it's not your ideal setup, you don't have an edge. At that point, you're just guessing. If you know where you have an edge and only those trades are active, not, you know, market's going to run without you sometimes on things you didn't enter. That doesn't mean that was your position to enter. Look at all these moves up and down, up and down. There's a lot of pips to be. Is your edge anywhere in here? If it is, you should have taken that part and that part only. But forget about the rest of these moves. Yeah, there's just all of this is noise and randomness. You can make money here, but you can lose money here, right? Who's to say you're going to win or lose? Just, you know, randomness. Unless you have probability on your side. How do you have probability on your side? Well, you'll gather data. Data's your best friend. You'll sample size, and over time, you'll gather a large sample size of data that's going to help you determine probabilities of things, right? And once we close back in range, probability-wise, we are behind. If we're behind, why would you want to be in a trade where probability-wise you are likelier to lose than to win? Even though there is a chance you could still win, right? If you stay in. Alright, we don't know how steep the stop wick's going to be, but it's a high chance it breaks down here unless you actually get a bullish closure above. You also, honestly, like if this range is like this, you're probably getting your 10, 12 pips on our initial push, but this whole range was 25 pips, right? From top to bottom. So, you know, for you to get 20 pips, you'd have to have 100% of the range. You get it from the bottom to the top. You got to be the sniper of snipers, right? For you to get that whole range. So if you only have 22 pips and you closed above, which cuts down, right? And then like you have to understand how much, you know, how much space you have and how precise you have to be. Right, we don't know where it's going to drive. Like, it could have rejected here at 5 pips and right back down in range. So Let's see how this 15 closes. Trying to be perfect is the worst thing in trading. Yeah, but then let's say you have a 15 pip range. You guys are trying to catch 15 pips. That means you got to grab 100% of the range. That means you got to be perfect, right? No, play the higher time frame ranges. See, this is what you don't want to be part of. Once again, right? We don't know how steep this top wicks. Here it gave you your 10 pips on the dot, right? Like if you stayed in, this is I think 10 on the dot it gave you, but like it's you know, it came back. You want price to run, which means this was a, you know, I would say it's a pretty good exit out of that position, understanding that you don't know how steep this wick will be. What if it cut off right here, right? What if that would cut off right here? So you're better off being out of there and let it actually set up again for your position, the play that you typically take, not just stay in there because you already had an entry, right? Full margin sell? No. Big fake out? No, I wouldn't say so. Not yet. Not until you wait for closures. I'm just so eager to call it, like what it's gonna be. Like let it print, it'll show you what it's gonna be. Wait for London to make the pips up. No. 8:30 is best time to full margin? Yeah, on news candle. It really is. Like if you guys don't want to full margin your whole account, what I used to do when I started trading, I used to open up a separate account for news. Just throw $100, $300 into a separate account and full margin it for news, right? Because then you can only blow $300, right? But if it runs, you can get your 10x on FOMC, or you can get your 10x on, you know, on existing home sales, or what was it, natural gas storage. Look at that.
We got a lot of red folders tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow should be fun.
I'm a little over 1% from passing another 50K account.
Savage. All right, check this out, chat. 5 folders at 8:30 and 1 folder at 10. Chances of all of these folders being positive or all of these folders being negative are slim. Highly slim. Slim to none. So you're going to see the market not whipsaw but stall a bit before it makes a decision. Typically on FOMC or NFP or PDF or PMS, you'll see the market drive, right? But when you get this, you'll have the market wait a little for the reaction. You might get some push up, push down, but the eventual reaction will show up a bit later, and it might even show up after this 10 a.m. folder, right? So that red folder. I don't know if pending home sales have a massive impact. It's a red folder, but I don't know if they have a massive impact. But the key is you got to understand that if you see the market push that's highly at 8:30, that's highly likely not the overall direction with all the folders. Or that's not that it's highly likely. It doesn't mean that that's the direction for the market.
Yeah, that's what I was doing right now. I was going back and back testing all the data, and it's always on a Thursday when advanced GDP comes out with unemployment. And normally it looks like if everything, rarely did they line up, but yeah, it stalled a little bit, but then we got a direction for the day.
It takes a little while. I think it's gonna wait for the last news folder. If you could change New York session on any time, where would you put it? I'm not sure I understand you. But I think I'm gonna call it here, chat. Like, we closed back in range again. We tried to break out and get it. It's back in range. The high volume time is kind of past us, right? The 8 to 10 window. You'll still see some volume here, but like overall, you know, our high volume time is done here. Yeah, if you're part of the private gang, if you're part of Clubhouse or your Wix's table or Flex Room, I'll see you guys. Whoever needs to access to the Discord, to the Clubhouse, DM me. If you've already done that, I'm gonna give you access some point tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll try to get through all. There's a whole bunch of messages in there. There's a whole bunch of new members incoming Clubhouse. All right, so be nice to them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a session here, gang. Hump day is done. Tomorrow, last day of the week for Asian session. It's been a killer week so far. Everything's been, I say it every stream, been a great week, been a great month, been a great quarter, and overall the year has been amazing to us. You got to join through my YouTube and then DM me on Discord with your YouTube name, the one you used to join. If you've already DM'd me, I'll get to it in a little bit after I go smoke this joint that I got rolled. Alright, gang, everyone in the Zooms, I will see you tomorrow and in the Clubhouse. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, thank you so much for coming through, as always. You guys are the best. I got the best mods in the industry. Well, technically, me and everyone that I share my mods with have the best mods in the industry, right? I got the mods out on Loner. Yeah. In other streams. Yo, Green, tell TTE he needs to pay for loaning you from here. Yo, Nick, if you hear, Green's transfer value is like 3 Bitcoin. Need a raise from all of you, straight up. All right, gang, let's call it a session. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish out the week. Look to continue our streak. Tomorrow, be here early. I think, depending, because tomorrow's a lot of news, right? So I think we should clear out a lot of ranges by the time Asian session rolls around. So it's possible we range for Asian if news drives, but if news drives and we don't range for Asian, we'll have a lot of range. Typically when news clears out range, it just, all those ranges it clears out get filled really easily. So maybe we can fill some of the news ranges that happen in New York. Maybe we can fill them for Asian tomorrow. If we do start setting up, I might show up earlier tomorrow at around 7:30, 7:45, try to do a breakdown, try to see if we can set up for 8 p.m. for an entry once we open up the stream. So be here earlier tomorrow. Show up around 7:30. All right, gang? I would flip the tape, but I'm just gonna set it at our song, at our outro song. All right, gang. That's it. That's the session. Javier, Eddie, Santos, Bougie, SL, thank you for showing up on cam. I'll see you guys in the Clubhouse. And everyone else, I'll see you guys at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, live on YouTube, here on this channel. All right, that's my time. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.